Good morning, Gemini, and welcome to my channel. This is the Oracle of Zoraya Utranaya, and today I'll be doing a reading for you for the week of July the 21st to the 27th, 2024. I already cut your decks and I've shuffled them all 9 times each, utilizing the numerology of the date July the 21st, 2024. This way we can dive right into the reading. I'm going to pull all the cards first to get a general vibe, and then we'll go through them one by one. We're starting off with the Four of Cups, perhaps waiting for something, perhaps not being able to see opportunities that the universe is trying to give to you because you are upset about something. There has been some sort of disappointment, perhaps some sort of heartbreak. We will get into that a little bit more. Perhaps some anxiety, some sort of emotional disturbance is impeding on your ability to see opportunities that the universe is trying to give to you in order to build some stability and a foundation for the rest of your life. Okay. This can be love as well. We have the Lovers, and this is your card, Gemini. The Lovers is a card that is symbolized by Gemini. These are the twins. This is Adam and Eve. We're going to get into my interpretation of the Lovers card a little bit more. It doesn't really have much to do with love. It has more to do with independence and breaking free from top-down control and living life on your own terms. And eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil and breaking free from ignorance. All right. So what I'm getting here, because there's another tree here, and I was getting like eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and considering this is like you're clearly distraught about something. Something has emotionally affected you. What I'm getting here is like, you see how he's overconsumed here by his emotions and he's unable to see what the universe is trying to give to you. Try to see the silver lining in any negative circumstance that you might have gone through that might have been causing this anxiety, this depression, this sadness, this betrayal, this grief. Okay. Now, obviously, considering we do have the Lovers, this might be because of some other person. Maybe someone broke up with you. Maybe you are trying to break up with someone else and it is upsetting you. Maybe they haven't done their work with respects to meeting you halfway and creating a reciprocal environment with respects to your relationship. Okay. Or this can be disappointment with, I don't have anything about jobs yet, so I'm not going to say that. So let's get some more cards. Yeah, this is holding you back. Like you being, this is holding you back. We have the 8 of Swords. I'm going to just keep going here. We have the 9 of Cups. All right. And then we have the 6 of Swords with the Lovers. All right. So so knowing that we have a choice, okay? We have a choice in how we respond to situations that happen to us, all right? You can choose to be the victim. You can choose to put all of the control, the feelings of control that you have in your life in the external world, in external people, in external situations, right? Or you can put the control and put the choice into your own hands. We cannot control what happens to us out in the outside world, but we can choose how we respond to these things. And how we respond to these things will affect how we attract things moving forward, because you might not be able to see them if you are engulfed in resentment, if you are engulfed in sadness, and you are engulfed in depression or anxiety, right? These can cloud our visions. Where am I going to start here? Okay, so let's start with this card. So the 3 of Swords can indicate obviously heartbreak, disappointment, like a rainy cloud following you throughout life. I sometimes utilize my mother as an example for this. So my mother, bless her soul, she is still around, and she'll be around for much longer, for a long time. Sorry, and she grew up in post-war Germany, and very hard life, very hard life, and this affected her viewpoint on life. Okay, and so to her, money, like, she never had money. I was quite poor when we grow up. When I grew up, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble speaking today, and her relationship with money was indicated that she thought that she was unable to have it, and perhaps I was unable to have it, and like, this is just passed down. This is like a passed down legacy. Her relationship to money, her relationship to abundance, and to her, like, I've even asked her, because, like, we all go through things, bad things happen, or just like inconveniences that happen, and my mother, it really internalizes these things. Like, it could be even, there was a misunderstanding with the TV company, and there's a problem, and they're trying to fix it, and she's interpreting it as like they're against her, they're after her, and like, she, like, well, I've even asked her before, I'm like, do you, like, the universe is not plotting against you? Because even like the minute little things in life, she will over exaggerate and become like a huge victim. And this affects her ability to see that she has a choice and she's in control of her life. She's more of like, her locus of control is more externally obtained. She doesn't feel like she has any ability to exert control over her own life. She's the product of her environment, per se. So there's this big cloud following her all around. And this perspective affects her ability to see opportunity that might be around, because she is a perpetual victim. She doesn't have good luck. There's no way out of this life that has been dictated to her. Do you understand what I mean? And so this is the vibe that I'm getting here. Nothing ever works out for me. Wealth and abundance is for other people. I am not worthy of love. The universe is like out to get me. I'm being punished. She will always say too, like, I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I feel like I'm being punished all the time. But if you think that way, then you definitely don't have control over your own life. But you have the choice to take life by the reins. You have the ability to choose how you react to things. And this is where I'm going to throw this card in here now too. This is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is about self-imposed restrictions. Self-imposed restrictions that are limiting your ability to break yourself free. So these are thoughts. These are mental capacities. These are ideologies. Like, thinking that you are the victim of the wrath of the gods. You are not. You are a god, and you have the power to create a life of abundance and spiritual fulfillment here. But you need to break free from the control that you are letting dogmatic ideologies put on you. The whole idea of sin, or like being absolved of sin, or being born with original sin and having to repent for something that you have never done, and keeping people in a state of constant fear of retribution and of cosmic wrath. No, you are a god yourself. And you need to break free from these self-limiting beliefs that abundance and happiness is for someone else. You see here, you see here how she is encaged in this like cage kind of thing that is made out of swords. Now just forget about this guy here, right here, okay? It's going to make my point in just a minute, because you're not waiting around for other people to break yourself free. And this, actually, you know what? This might be someone that might help you see the positively here. But I think, no, it's not. It's not, because we have this card here. We have this. If you're waiting around for other people, like this lady is here, then you're going to be disappointed. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it's saying. And because on the normal Rider-Waite deck, so this deck is the after tarot. So this is a moment after the original image. And this lady, so let's forget about that guy. This lady, she's entombed in this cage that only goes halfway around her body. So it's like a semicircle. And her tethers that she's tied up with are quite loosely tied around her body. And the blindfold covering her eyes is loosely tied as well. And she needs to be able to release herself and to free herself before the tide comes in and drowns her. But little does she know, like, so these are indications of your self-limiting beliefs that can be undone with quite ease if you actually just start trying to be resourceful and trying to think of strategies that you can help yourself with. Because she's not stuck. All she has to do is lean up against one of these swords here, and she can break herself free. Or technically, they're so loose that she can actually just push herself out of that, take her blindfold out, and be on her way. And I'm getting here is that you should not be waiting around for other people to do this. You shouldn't be putting your happiness in someone else's hand. Yes, other people can make your life nice and add to the happiness, but that comes from within. Your spiritual happiness, your contentment, your fulfillment comes from within and not from something external. And the more you understand this, you're not relying on money. Yes, money can make you happier, okay, because you can provide yourself with freedom, you can provide yourself with things, you can take care of your family, but you need to be happy here first, or else it's just a band-aid covering a broken leg, right? And you need to love yourself first. You need to be happy first in here by yourself and not rely on other people to become your better half. You are whole on your own. Okay, because this is available here. This is available to you once you start to heal. You need to be the one that's taken these swords out of your own heart. And once that happens, you are moving in the right direction. You are going to be attracting more. Once you love and happiness comes from your heart, then your heart starts acting like a magnet. Okay, but you need to let go of these self-limiting beliefs here. This can be your inner critic, that you're not good enough, that only other people have what it takes to be successful. And once you can start relieving yourself of this, like there's a cognitive behavioral therapy technique of providing yourself evidence for any sort of negative thought that you have about yourself. And I've done it before with a therapist, and I've done it with some of my clients before too. So say that you think you're a failure, right? You're stuck in a state of complacency here. You're perhaps even depressed. And because you're engulfed in these emotions, you might not be able to meet this person that's right in front of your face. Maybe someone's even making themselves available to you, or starting to flirt with you, or there's a job that's making like there's opportunities coming up and synchronicities coming up that the universe is trying to give to you, be it for a job, be it to make money, be it as for relationships, for friendships. okay, or hobbies and stuff like that, like interests. You can't see those things. You're blind to these things if your emotions are taking over, right? So we need to start working on the healing. And so let's say you think that you're a failure because you're comparing yourself to other people. And so take stock, to sit down, get a piece of paper or on your computer and write down your thought. I'm a failure. I don't have, like, because you're like comparing yourself to other people. People are way ahead of you, or you think that they have a good life because you just see their life on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, which is not a real representation of people's lives, by the way. And then start listing off the things that you've accomplished in the last year. Then start going the last 5 years. What have you accomplished? What have you done? And then the last 10 years. And you know what? You're probably not a failure at all. And if you're not at the point where you'd like to be, do you have a goal? Maybe this is the starting point of where you create your goal. And then once you have your end goal, you can break it down into smaller components to ease how you can get there, and to make a roadmap on how you can get there. And when you break it down into smaller components, you meet those mastery points quicker because they're not big goals, they're small goals. And then you start feeling really accomplished, okay? Because your first goal could be, I need to go to the store and get a notebook. Then you do it and you check it off. That's your first one. Then it's like, then you're going to start following your path, each step by the way, and checking it off as you go. And then you can see all your check marks, right? And then you're going to start feeling a lot more accomplished, but you need to have a goal first. A lot of people don't have goals. They just live life working for other people day in and day out, and then life passes you by, right? And maybe this is something that you're realizing now, that you spend your life doing things not for yourself, but for others. But there's always a day one, okay? I am not where I would like to be either, but this is what's giving my life purpose and what's driving me and motivating me, right? So moving on quickly here. So contentment is in the horizon here. You are leaving your old life behind here, but you need to do the healing. You need to do the healing, all right? Because you see here the Six of Swords. This is like the boat that you're on, and this is the universe, okay? This is the guy that's driving the gondola here. And this lady with her son or her child, they've left their old life behind, and you see that there is no baggage. They had to leave everything behind, everything that doesn't serve you. All of and what doesn't serve you are these self-limiting beliefs and these traumas and trials and tribulations that you haven't dealt with. Okay, you need to start your healing journey if you haven't already, my dear Gemini, because you can't take this baggage that's weighing you down, like metaphorically speaking, okay, to your new life. And to do this, and this is like a very good card. This is about moving forward and getting to your new self, having healed and moving to your new chapter, moving to your new life. There's movement. You're getting out of choppy waters here. And not only have you navigated through calmer waters, but now you've reached the other shore, okay? But because you've done your healing, you've left your heavy baggage, your emotional baggage in your old life. And what can help you here is this card. I'm going to get into my interpretation of this. I don't know if you understand Gnostic Christianity, but Gnostic Christianity has a little bit of a different idea of the story and the allegory of the Garden of Eden. Now the garden, like the God in the Old Testament, Yaldabaoth, he's the demiurge, and he's not the same God that is found in the New Testament. Jesus even says in the gospel that God is not his father. His father is the one God, the true God, the God of light. Okay? And this God here who created the earth and created humanity did so to enslave them, because he's a jealous God and he wants sacrifice. He wants human sacrifice. He wants animal sacrifice. He wants to be, what's it called? You must, I don't know what the word is. When you like fawn over a God, right? He wants to be devoted to and stuff like that. I don't know what the word is right now. But, and it's even said that the snake, right? So Lucifer and Satan are different entities. Lucifer is the light bringer. And this is kind of going the same direction as this, but in Gnostic Christianity, the serpent is actually Jesus, and he's telling them, because the God Yaldabaoth forbade Adam and Eve to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, because it would expose them to occult knowledge. Occult means hidden or secret. That would illuminate them to understand that they are, in fact, gods and goddesses themselves. They are divine, and they would break free from his slavery. And so you're being encouraged, and so with Lucifer as well, he rebelled against this God of the Old Testament because he loved humanity and wanted to provide them with knowledge on how to regain their divinity. So breaking free from these self-limiting beliefs and seeking out gratitude, seeking out occult, hidden in secret knowledge, getting back into your spiritual and divine nature, my dear Gemini, can assist you realizing that you are in fact divine and you can control your environment and your life with your responses. Breaking free from those self-limiting beliefs and regaining control, not being the slave to the matrix, to Yaldabaoth, to the demiurge, but healing and leaving your baggage behind and stepping into your new life a lot lighter and a lot more powerful. Okay. We're going to end off with an animal oracle card here, and it's the hummingbird, and it's about miracles. I haven't seen this one in a while. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. Joy, love, aesthetics, beauty, ideals, delicate, agile, miracles, timelessness, and positivity. If hummingbird is your totem, you are a person of joy and you bring a smile to everyone you meet. Hummingbird takes away sorrow, worry, and sadness. Hummingbird so that's good. That's the 3 of Swords. Hummingbird medicine teaches us to let stress and troubles go. When hummingbird appears, is it a reminder to spend time in the garden, drink from the sweet nectar of life? So there's the garden, you see. And flit from flower to flower, helping to propagate all things beautiful. Hummingbird people are the masters of healing with herbs, flowers, colorful stones, aromatherapy, and love. If you have hummingbird as totem, you naturally radiate the colors of the rainbow. Your bright, cheerful presence and sweet laughter is a blessing to all you meet. You are a person who creates happy life magic. Hummingbird energy is associated with accomplishing that which seems impossible. You can even fly upside down. If hummingbird is in your life, you have the ability to see the good in others and beauty wherever you go. So this is, if you can't, then this is where you're going to start trying, my dear Gemini. Acceptance and love are the healing powers you offered by just being yourself. You have a very high energy, which naturally uplifts others, but even hummingbirds need a rest. Take time with the flowers for renewal and never let others take away your joy, sparkle, and positivity. Happiness is who you are. Are you feeling caged? Open the door, right? Wow, this is a good one. Are you feeling caged? Open the door. You're in control. Have you lost your joy? Visit the Garden of Eden. Don't let worry dull your radiance. Let it go. Fly away from anything that dims your happiness. If this reading resonated for you, my dear Gemini, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. That is something that you'd like to do. You can also hit that bell notification to let you know when I release new videos. And if you want a more holistic approach as to what is going on with your week, not only check out your sun sign, but also your moon, your rising, and your Venus. I am truly grateful for everything that you've provided me here today, all the energy and love and support. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye, Gemini.